Good evening. Thank you for joining us at the Velkyn Weave. I'd like to introduce the players to you, and we'll start out with Bope.
Hello, I'm Tom, playing Bope Whizbang, the ancient forest gnome wizard.
Dolores.
I'm Michelle, playing Dolaris, unhappy cleric of Timora.
Eldon.
I am Corey. I'm playing Eldon Goodfield. He's a halfling druid from the country.
Quentin.
Hi, I'm Josh, playing Quentin Stargazer, half-elf rogue.
Renyon.
And I'm Rinyan, a human, or I'm Jeffrey, playing Rinyan, a human paladin of Sylvanus.
He's running actually playing Jeffrey, but
Hey, I was told to be the character.
He's in character, yeah.
Yeah, like it's real hard to separate.
He's method, all right? Like Daniel Day-Lewis.
who says I'm not?
And I'm Cecil. I'm the Velkyn Weave's guide to the Forgotten Realms. And we rejoin our stalwart adventurers as they're kind of wrapping things up at the orphanage. They're sitting there talking to this glowing creature thing that seems to have portions of each of the party characters wrapped up into it.
An amalgamation of our, would you say, our better parts, our heroic parts?
That's why it's wearing my hat.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get some royalties for using your appearance.
It's got good taste, you know. Imitation's the highest form of flattery, right?
So
That's true.
it's still right in front of us.
It's still there. It's
Where are we
been
at?
talking to you for a little bit.
In like the foyer.
Yes, this is in the entry hall of the orphanage, right up front.
So we had already
Wait.
determined, or at least I had, through supernatural means, that the entity is good. At least in all intents, it was not a celestial or fiend that I could see, right?
Correct.
Okay, and it's not undead, hopefully. So it's either some type of extraplanar or spiritual amalgamation of our essences that based upon the acts that we have perpetrated upon these grounds, the good, if you will, of what we have done.
Turn to
Has
Renyon
it spoken yet?
He says that. Oh, you're mad.
Yes,
What's your name?
it has spoken. It has told you that this place now belongs to it, and it is there for protection.
Who are you?
I believe we gave it a name last week.
Remember?
Old age.
Did we call it Legion? I don't.
Thought we did.
I don't remember what we decided to call it either.
Velkyn? The Unseen?
The Weaver.
Weaver. That's it.
Yeah,
Right, it didn't have a name of its own already, right?
Right.
right.
But is it actually using words, or is it more like beaming intentions into our brains?
You understand them as words, and it is moving its mouth.
That's
So,
That's cryptic
yes.
enough, but all right.
Say,
You look like that.
there's a ball cultist who escaped us. Could be on this property somewhere. Means ill intent towards the residents of this orphanage. Do you know if he's here?
he is not.
If he comes, what will you be able to do about it?
Make him leave.
Fair enough.
Are there
answer.
more on this property that lie unrested. Something was seen in the well, correct?
Oh yeah, I did see that weird illusion, like it
Yeah.
Mhm.
looked like blood for a moment first, but didn't actually see any objects or anything down in the bottom of the well. Just the water looked funny for a minute.
And so I'll turn to the Weaver. Is there anything else on this property that we can do to put right, or at least make better?
My charge is the hall.
Paul?
My charge is to chase a house.
Ah, the house itself, not the grounds it sits upon.
Okay.
Are you aware of the secret murder chamber underneath the north wing?
It is fine.
Are there any other secret ones? And then I whip out the 2 candlesticks. Or any of these elsewhere on the property?
Is that what kids are
They
called?
should probably be removed for safety.
Do not know about those.
Might be something beneath its gaze there, Quentin. It doesn't really mind too much about.
Or it's got a little bit of me in it and it's lying because it wants them for itself.
I mean, we know it has a little bit of you in it.
Let's just consider that a worst case scenario. All right.
But would you consider that the better part of you?
Well, I'm doing it for us.
He might.
One last question that I have.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Orphans screaming.
Don't- Just ignore the crying children. No, my last question is: do you know from whence you came? The plane or existence?
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that?
Does the Weaver know from whence it came, its plane or existence?
I am a focus. Of you.
So you're like a lens through which the world sees us through?
I do not know.
Well, we have some business off property to wrap up. Are you going to be okay here?
I will be here. Yes.
Okay. And you're cool with like 50 kids and some adults coming back in a couple hours?
Yes.
It seems like
They are mine.
a pretty straightforward creation here, if you want to call it that. It's gonna protect this place and its inhabitants. Is that a fair assessment?
I mean, I'll leave the 3rd degree to Renyon. So,
Okay, I guess we should head out then.
yeah, I want to follow up with the companions. They owe me some armor from
Well, there's Reed.
Yep. We're getting back.
Stream's not back yet.
Reed, also your mic's hot. All right,
Guess
cool.
I'm back.
We're back. They can hear us.
Yay!
All right. You were mentioning that you wanted to go and check with the companions.
Exactly. We had left the bodies with them of the ball cultists we murdered out in the entryway, the secret entryway.
Mhm.
Removed from the premises. I don't know if we should call it murder.
Well, that's just between us. I mean,
Well, fair enough.
okay, so self-defense.
Yeah. All right.
We want to rules lawyer it.
And that living one that they have in custody, either ask the companions or get it out of him. Why, of all weeks, did they choose this week to show up?
Yeah, why now?
Well, the companions let you know that he was charged with reopening entry into the city, into El Toril.
But again, it's
Why it was at this exact time? He was a junior member. He didn't really know.
dumb luck or some other type of
Machinations.
timing that is occurring. There is a lot of these events occurring all in a short period of time, which does raise questions.
Yeah, but that poor schmuck is low enough on the totem pole. He doesn't know what's going on.
So he can't give it away in case a thing that happened to him.
Survive a situation like this.
Was
Mhm.
he able to identify a higher up amongst the dead cultists?
He told us who they were. Most of them seem to have come from Baldur's Gate.
Interesting.
What about their armor, sir? I believe I had indicated.
The armor is sitting over here, and their packs as well. They seem to have been on what we'd call a short pack or an active pack, as opposed to anything they would for long-term travel. So they
I'm
just
familiar with the
they
concept.
just had what they needed. But all of that is there. The victor's spoils.
I give him a salute and thank him, and grab as much as my puny little arms will carry, and get some assistance from Renyan and the others, and
Sure.
Okay.
we can count the copper outside. Very crass dude in here.
I don't know. You don't want to
Where
make
else are
that
you
fella
supposed
in the cell watch.
I'm not a sadist.
All right. Refreshing. Yeah, let's head out.
What would
Yeah.
you estimate the value of the various gear? Anything of note, or is it just like studded leather and some short swords?
You've got studded leather. You've got the short swords. Total value of everything together is about 45 gold per person. Not per person on your side, per person of the cultists.
Was that four of them?
Yes,
Okay.
4 of them.
All right.
That's 180.
And then how about those candlesticks we pilfered from the murder hole?
Different issue there. Those are each worth 100 gold, or as a pair, you can get them for about 300.
Ritualistic pair, or
We may
Yep.
want to be careful who
Now.
we sell those to.
Yeah, now that's if you sell them to somebody who really wants them.
the right bidder.
And I'm not sure we want to sell
right
them to
bidder
somebody
or a
who
collector.
really wants them.
Like ball cultists in Baldur's Gate?
They would very easily work over the full 300 for that. You may also, like I said, you may also find a collector.
Are they silver or sorry?
They're both silver and gold.
Okay.
Frankly, maybe you want to sell them to like a blacksmith or something who's going to melt them down.
They're probably
mean-
not worth as much melted down.
Objects
Yes,
they
I
are.
know, but it seems like the safest way perhaps to dispose of them and still make a profit.
Don't want that sitting on our conscience later, you know.
Those
I
of us
mean-
who have a conscience, anyway.
I'm fairly certain everybody here has some form of a conscience.
I've got this little cricket.
Freedom of religion, right?
We brought a conscious. It's Reggie. He's big enough for all of us.
Aww.
Yeah, conscience. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna go. Don't rely upon it at the market.
So, how much time do we have left on the ambulance before we get recalled to the headquarters?
Probably about a day and a half.
Wow, not bad. We got a little ahead of schedule. So, want to do a little downtime here?
Well, we should probably go tell the grumpy old lady that her orphanage is all safe and sound, and the floor in one of the rooms will need to be replaced.
And also, she has a guardian spirit. Please don't be alarmed.
Also, she shouldn't be so grumpy. They're just kids, for goodness sakes.
Sometimes kids need grumpy.
Just one little, doses of it, right?
Mm.
I don't know. Without her guiding hand, they would probably just turn into little murder goblins.
What's that?
That's not the default state of orphans, you know.
The more correct answer is that they would turn into little thieves, obviously.
What do you guys think about adopting one of them? That one with a little arcane talent who might be a good scribe?
No,
I mean,
No,
you did promise
can't.
that. You just be living up to your promises, Quentin.
Look, I worked out the financials, and if we hired him at 2 silver per day, which is the rate for somebody who's skilled, that could go into like a little savings account for him.
That's not
If-
adoption. That's labor. That's very different.
No, he would be apprenticing
Silvers
under
a
us.
day is really high. I mean,
We are
low.
not
You can
the
work
sort of
towards
people you
something.
want to be apprenticed to.
You saying you don't want to hang out with me?
I'm saying we're about to go up against a lake full of zombies, and I don't want to bring some poor child into that.
That's why we have a headquarters. I'm not saying he like carries our luggage and sharpens our sword out in the field. You know, there's apprenticing stuff to be done back at headquarters. Look, a lot of adventuring is paperwork.
I'm for it.
He-
Hala, you agree? Oh, she does too. All right, let's take a vote.
You know, fake identities, altering wanted posters.
he can learn a lot of different skills under our tutelage. To be fair, he'd make a pretty well-rounded adult one day.
Well,
Look at it this
I'm
way.
still not sure our lifestyle is one child.
If you
Now,
guys can keep me safe,
It's
let's
not
pick
really,
another
but the
orphan.
hall is not a terrible place to keep kids.
But speaking of the hall, we probably should actually make sure that's all fine and with the seer and the actual owners of the hall, since we're really just kind of renting space there.
I mean, I asked, I got permission.
When did you do that?
When did you set that up?
Let me see. I've got a note here. One moment.
Did you forge that note?
No.
Are you lying?
Stab me if I'm lying.
You'd probably be too good. I wouldn't be able to tell, but I'm still very suspicious.
Maybe let's put a pin in that just for a day or so. Maybe work out the logistics of it at the hall if he get his own room and whatnot before we start just nabbing kids out of the orphanage. I mean, or adopting kids out of the orphanage. Yeah.
Well, no, if it's going to be apprentice, let's not call it adoption. That's misleading.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
They're two very different things, and I don't want to give anybody false hopes.
So then, are we talking one of the older ones? Obviously, one with some type of worldly skill.
Like the scribe to be.
Yes, sure. I mean,
Hey,
it would be no different than my own apprenticeship with the dwarves for many years when I was a child.
Well, let's go ask the grumpy old lady. Maybe it's not the right time. Is it
I mean, we got
adoption season? I don't know.
There's no season.
Still don't think we should call it adoption. And she's got a point there.
Perhaps it is something that is best left until we have solved our current conundrums and can return to a little bit of stability, and then that. Right now, we don't even know where we'll be tomorrow.
I mean, an adventurer's life is never stable, but
Till we retire, right?
I think we should probably deal with the impending undead problem first.
Bob, have you ever had an
Very
apprentice?
optimistic. Oh, well, yes. I taught him how to grow mushrooms and how to make the best elves in the forest, and yes. But then they grew up and had their own families. But yeah, I have lots of experience with children. I'm fine with bringing them along.
Any of them ever die?
Yes.
Okay,
It
well
wasn't my fault.
let's skip by that. That's a bad example. Small sample size. Very anecdotal.
That was a long time ago, and things are different now. I have a little more tools at my disposal, and I have you guys. I mean, you kept me alive this long. What more could a little tyke ask for?
So-
Stable and loving relationships that will provide guidance for how to interact with society in the future.
I'm
Oh,
glad
wait,
you're
is that not what we're
okay
doing?
with
Oh,
your
right. Yeah, no,
idealistic
we're not.
views and
No.
lofty.
So we're headed over to the grumpy old lady's temporary.
Okay.
The golden
To the Golden Hell Knight.
Yes.
Hell Knight. Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Hey, do those of us who care about wisdom still have a lowered wisdom score?
Until you get a full rest, most likely yes.
Okay.
Good to know.
Well, if we send him back to the orphanage, we can take their rooms that have already been paid for.
What time of night is it right now?
Well, I mean, some of them will probably have to remain in the inn, as several of the rooms are probably rendered currently hazardous.
Or they may just be too freaked out to go back, which I'm fine with.
They can wait till morning. It's fine. I mean, didn't we have a room already paid for, the one we popped into?
Yes.
True.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, you get back to the Golden Hell Knight, and you see Arnada over there talking with an elderly gentleman. He's dressed in a kind of a stained robe. And as you approach, he seems to be asking her about a party of adventurers that he has heard that she has working. And he's pretty insistent that he needs help too. Are you the adventurers?
Depends.
I could really use your help.
I looked to Josh or to Quentin.
I flashed the guy my biggest smile. Yes, we're for hire.
Right. Ooh, there's more of you than I expected. I only thought there would be 4 of you. But
I'm just here for
in any case, I can give you. Well, I was going to say 2 each, but I could go up to about 10 potions. I could pay you a total of 10 potions if you find out what happened to my guards.
What kind of potions?
What's that?
What kind of potions?
Well, it's really kind of your choice.
Oh, nice.
Right. We'll
Okay.
back this up, sir. What are you talking about here? Your guards? What's happened?
Oh, I've got a place out of town a bit. It's a recreation of a Novengian keep, and I have my little workshop in there. And as soon as I can get back to my workshop, I can give you those potions. But my guards went in; they haven't come out, and they're not inside.
How many guards do you have?
I had 5 guards. They weren't adventure caliber guards, but they were pretty good guards. I mean, decent men at arms.
How do you know they're not in there anymore?
I looked in the door.
Sir, we didn't get your name, and I would greatly like to know.
Galbadon. I would say Galbadon the Great, but that's a little bit egocentric.
That's for people to say to you.
Yeah, exactly. But I do
Galbadon.
make great potions.
Do you make any that shed years off your age?
No, I don't have any of those.
Oh, okay.
Had
Thought
to
I'd
ask.
ask.
But I have some that will make you feel like you've had years shaved off of your age.
Oh,
That's what
I've
flirting with young,
tried
attractive people is for.
tried those herbs before. Very fleeting.
Galbadon, I'm Quentin of the Velkyn Weave. These are my compatriots. Let us confer, and we'll get back to you in a moment.
Okay. I could really use the help, though.
All right. Quentin goes in for the huddle. So, what do you think?
So Bope's in the middle. Gotcha. What did you say? What kind of keep was this?
So, a Novengian is what I heard.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Do any of us recognize what that means?
Would
Mr.
the
Cecil?
Arcana check
History-
know what that means?
History
That
is
would
not
be
my
a
forte.
history check.
Sure, I got history.
I'm not great at that. One of y'all should try and remember what that means.
Got a 15 for history.
I got a 5.
Bope was there when it was built.
Does a 15 shed any light on what Novengian means?
You know that it refers to a series of keeps that are scattered throughout the kind of open plains. The theory is that the Novengians were horse lords.
Okay, I share that with the group.
How old are you, Bope?
I lost track after 300, but I'm getting up there. Don't you
If
worry.
they were horse lords, why were they building keeps?
Seemed like
So they could sleep somewhere, probably.
Yeah, they had scattered keeps throughout the plains where they could just hold up and a little bit of extra security.
Probably
Loros.
keep their
But that is part of the mystery of the keeps.
How many guards was it again?
5
5.
guards.
5.
How?
I kind of break from the huddle and I shout over to Galbadon, hey, how much were you paying them per day?
I paid them by the month.
Okay, so per month?
Yep. And he gives you a rate that's
Okay.
about
We're
the
talking-
going rate for your.
Typical skilled henchman?
Yep. Nothing super fancy as far as goes, but also it's not too low down in the dirt either.
Gotcha. Just trying to calibrate, making sure he didn't have like 5 mages on hire and they disappeared.
No, these were men-at-arms. One of them had a little bit of mystical capability. It was relatively minor. And by that, I'm talking the equivalent of maybe a cantrip or two.
Tell you what, folks, I'm feeling pretty good about this. And that's not
Yeah,
just
I mean,
speaking.
it's work. We have nothing better to do right at this second.
We got a day and a half left on the ambulance, right?
Yeah.
And he said it was right outside of town.
Yep.
All right, but
Yeah, I could take you there.
At worst, even if we were to get trapped or had to barricade ourselves in, we could always return at a later date with better prepared.
We are
That's
pretty
spirit.
tired, though.
No, I would not want to start immediately. No.
yeah, could you wait till morning? We're kind of tuckered out.
Yeah, some of us we need to rest. It's been a real rough evening.
Oh, they're not really there. I don't think they're going anywhere.
That's the spirit.
All right, fair enough. Maybe meet us in the inn in the morning then, and we'll head out together.
Okay. I'll be here at first sunrise.
When the rooster crows.
Now the roosters don't really crow around here.
Right.
We have a druid, so
Companion, right. Oh, sure. Yeah, I got
he'll
it.
do his thing.
Come around, peck everybody in the face, because roosters don't crow here.
Well, you can change that. I'd rather a crow in the ear than a peck in the face, thanks. This is the moneymaker.
It's just a joke, Delirious. Just kidding with you. Just
Listen, I'm tired. I've had a person inside me today. I need to go to sleep.
By the way, I'm sorry a little for stabbing you earlier. That was pretty dark.
Yeah, I'm not gonna forget that.
I regret nothing.
Right in the kidney.
Extreme circumstances, and I'm sure Galvadon's just standing there, like looking and listening to all this. Like,
I don't think I burned any of you today.
Par for the course for adventurers. This is what they do.
yeah, we'll see you in the morning there, Galvadon.
Okay.
Yeah, just give us a few hours to rest up. It's been a hell of a day. Yeah.
Okay.
So, long rest, folks?
Please, yes. I'll
Long
be much
rest,
less testy when I get my wisdom back.
hot food, the whole the good stuff.
Clear your mind. Find our minds again.
Okay.
Do we achieve
Contemplate
long
existence.
And the innkeep treats you all as heroes.
Good.
I'll
The orphans
recount
touched.
our bravery against the ball cultists.
Yeah, I share
But
with
you brought them lots and lots of customers.
are not that obviously the children are all safe, but unfortunately the house parents that were there have been killed by some sort of spirits that had arisen from the grave.
I throw in some details how they bravely fought to keep the children safe at the cost of their own lives.
Good touch. Yeah.
And I ask you guys, do you mind if I drop some hints about these cultist candlesticks to see if we can get any buyers? Maybe that one that got away wants in on the action.
How are you marketing the candlesticks?
People love a good story, and a tavern story spreads like wildfire. So show one of them or describe it, and I'm sure word will spread.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be involved in this. I will leave this to you.
As much as it pains me to be on the side of the paladin, this also seems like maybe a bad idea.
You don't want to possibly catch the ball cultist hiding around and or get 300 gold?
I think he's got a point there. We could catch that spare cultist who was found breaking into an orphanage and murdering kids.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
saying
that's not going to pan out the way we want it to.
I'm not
I mean, I
saying
don't actually.
not I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying I don't want to be involved in it.
He's just gonna go monkey see, monkey
He's
do.
passing the puck again.
I can't even
Typical
give you a
Paladin.
little danger, just a little.
We have enough danger coming up. Trust me.
That's true too.
Okay, I'll be a little bit more vague about it, but I'll put it out there that we know where it's at.
Antiques, collector's items, and whatnot.
Yeah, to seek a collector, perhaps big enough city. I'm sure that there's some rich snob somewhere that has nothing better to do with their time.
So yeah, I'll in one of my stories describe what it looks like, but I won't actually show it, and I'll be vague about who has possession of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Elaborate on the antique nature of it and then fine craftsmanship, really,
And it's actual silver, not plated silver.
and
It's
gold.
gold filigree.
Both. Yeah. Sure.
And I'll describe to the best of my recollection the ball cultist who did get away as having wet his studded leather armor, soiling himself disgracefully.
To what purpose?
So that if he is listening, he gets angry.
I think you're just a mean girl at heart. I think that's what's going on here.
We call that antagonization. It works.
So if somebody was like telling horrible stories about you right now, you wouldn't get a little angry?
No, I would, but I feel like the reason you're doing it is because you just like being mean.
No, you misunderstood. I'm trying to
Did I?
draw him out. He's still a threat to us.
Because you did those cave drawings with the kobolds too, and it's like, what was really the point of that?
It was psychological warfare.
I got in his mind. I got in their minds. And what did we get out of it in the end? We're the dragon freers. Those kobolds love us.
I think there's a correlation between that and the cave drawing. I think that epithet came from something else entirely.
Oh, I can tell you.
While I might not be in agreement with all of his actions, I cannot doubt or counter their effectiveness.
It's true.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I
We
mean,
have had
do what
success
you want.
in all of these ventures thus far.
Delirious, it's because I like to sow discord amongst my enemies. Well, morning can't come soon enough.
Indeed.
Okay.
All right. All our hit points come back because some of us were very injured.
Yeah. Everyone does get the benefit of a long, healthy rest, free of interruption, other than maybe loud snoring coming from one of the rooms.
Whoever would that be?
You can have your choice on who that would be.
Arnada.
Hope.
That's a good thing, though. When he's snoring, we know he's not dead.
I have to get up, 5 times a night to use the bathroom. So, don't put both those things on me.
Wait, how's that work for a wizard who has to have uninterrupted rest?
He gets enough of it. String it all together.
Yeah, he
Bio
does
breaks don't count.
sleepwalking.
Bio breaks are part of the long rest.
Because magic.
Yep.
So, Delirious, can you make holy water?
I don't think so. How do you actually make holy water?
It's
Is that a
spell? Yeah, it's a spell.
Is it damn it, words. Is it ceremony?
Yeah. I think that one will do it.
Yes, it is ceremony. I have it as well.
I was just thinking after the run-in with the ghosts, what happens next time? I'm not there to stab you repeatedly.
I mean, we could always turn one of those candlesticks into the powdered silver that we are in need of.
That's true.
I mean, I'm happy to switch out one of my spells for that one, if you think it'll actually be useful. If it is a ritual, that would be nice. Yeah, let me do that. What don't I use, really?
Well, if we do that, if we could convert each candlestick into 4 holy water, I believe.
Yep.
Then let's do
Terrible
that.
idea.
That's a fair
And
investment.
think about the synergy. You're converting like the evil ball candlesticks into Tamora's silvered blessing upon us.
You know, I like this. I like this plan.
No risk of them falling in the wrong hands, be using for ill again.
Yep.
It can pretty much only be used for good at that point, right?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Though I don't know if we'll be able to make a lot if we're heading out immediately in the morning.
Maybe just one today, more when we get back to headquarters.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
I like it.
Great. Let me look up what holy water actually does. Take it.
And then are we heading back to the other inn to meet up with our would-be employer?
Now he's here to you guys.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, I guess I'll be down in the common room then, and
Okay. And by
Right.
the time you get down there, he's already there waiting for you guys.
I give him a big wave, and I go over and give him a big friendly hug, like I've known him my entire life. And
Okay.
kind of
He
want,
quickly pats everything.
yeah, I give him a pat down to see if he's concealing anything. Need a sleight of hand on that? I'm not actually trying to steal. I just want to see.
Okay.
He wants to see what's in his pockets.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 1. So,
He totally thinks you're filling him up.
yeah,
You grabbed his butt, didn't you?
more than that. Credit card swipe.
Time and a place, buddy. Time and a place.
Okay. He has little pouches and vials everywhere.
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and pull out my rapier. That's my rapier. My apologies.
Do you pull your rapier out of his pocket?
No. When I realize that I'm being way too rough in my interrogation of his form, I play it off and just back away.
That's a great phrase. Please never use it again.
Interrogation.
On the plus side,
That's
you
okay.
now know
He seemed
it's an illusion.
oblivious to your pat down.
Maybe he likes it.
Or he's got something on his mind.
Or he
When
rolled
Quinn's got
almost
decent
as bad as
charisma.
you did.
As you guys are coming down, I let you know he's got some little pouches on him and a bunch of flasks and vials.
I mean, he is a potion maker, right? That's kind of his deal.
That's what he says, but I mean,
Well, if he's going to pay us in potions, damn it, he better be.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it'd be
could
good to know
pay you
if
in-
he's actually like good at it. Yeah.
I could pay you in candlesticks, but that doesn't mean I'm a candlestick maker.
Valid point. Valid point.
Or are you a butcher or a baker?
I mean,
I have been.
as I've been alchemically trained, could I at least spot the telltale signs of his craft?
I'll help point him out. It's like there, and there.
Yeah, well, to start with the stains on the robe, you recognize what type of chemicals and concoctions likely caused some of those. So yeah, he is at the very least dressing the part.
Seems legit to me. Oh, whispered to Quentin.
Well, I have 1 flask of holy water. Let's do this thing.
Okay. Let's head over to the keep. And have you ever seen a Novincian keep? I know adventurers get around a bit, but I don't know if you've been out to the west far enough to see one of these things.
Not I.
Have you seen a real one?
Can't say that I have.
Ah,
first time for me as well. Did you say yours is a recreation? It's not a true one?
Correct. I recreated it down to the cracks in the stonework.
Interesting. All right. Well, look forward to seeing it. We had a little history lesson on it last night. Is there anything else you can tell us about these horse lords, right?
Yeah, but no one has seen them for a couple thousand years. They just left their keeps all over the place.
It's almost like they
All over the
farted.
place might be a bit of a misnomer, but there are several of them. They're spread out about 2 or 3 days ride apart, and that's if you rode hard directly from one to the other. But no one seems to know exactly what they are or why they exist. And so I rebuilt one here because, well, it's something to do.
Say, did you use
And
I'm
did
sorry.
I use
Any stones from an original ruined keep in your recreation to add off?
Oh no, no, because I built this one or rebuilt this one exactly as the original was. And if I could get into my workshop, I could.
Do you have any?
No, but I don't want to go in there. No.
Or any sales that went bad in the last month?
No.
Or turned down?
There's the one nobleman who might blame me for his partner's death.
Please elaborate on this one. Yep.
Oh, apparently his partner was poisoned, and he tried to bring his partner back with a potion of healing that I had created. And while that might work for a little bit of time, it's not going to stop the ravaging in the body. And that's not what that kind of a potion does. Essentially, he used the wrong tool for the job, but he might still blame me for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like the type.
Do you have a name on this nobleman? And it from around these parts?
He's from over in Succumber. But yeah, I could give you his name. He was Count Agmir. Agmir.
Thank you. Just trying to establish motive.
Oh, I don't know if he has the capability of something like that. He was rather unimaginative. Now, I would expect him to, get some big bruisers to just come work me over type of thing.
And as we're traveling there, I asked him about the 5 guards he had working for him. Any degenerate gamblers or people with bad habits?
I wouldn't have hired them if they had that kind of a bad habit.
Well, sometimes people have positive traits. You overlook the negative ones.
Or sometimes you don't know.
True. One question. Your guards. Do you happen to remember which weapons they favored?
Oh, one of them carried a great sword. He was kind of in charge of the others. Most of the others all used long swords. Well, one guy he preferred a scimitar.
So has the alchemy business been slow around these parts?
Not really. It's actually doing fairly well.
So you've been keeping busy?
Fairly busy, yes.
So how in the world did you have time to build this self-important, I mean incredibly historically accurate edifice.
Day laborers.
A curiosity. And
Money burns.
it took a good long time to do it, but it's mainly just. And I just finished it about 2 months ago. Well, there's still some little touches and tweaks that I need to get right, but it's pretty much done.
Inside? Are there any traps inside?
No, that's the strange thing about it. You'll see once you see it. It's there's really not a whole lot to them, but you've got to wonder about them because they've lasted for so long.
You know, the piece of ground that you built it on, did you own it? You know, or did you inherit a deed from someone?
No. I bought it from the local county.
Okay. You know, I ask because the orphanage that we were just working for, hey, turns out it was a murder cult headquarters 50 years back.
I had heard about it. Didn't want that place.
Can't say I blame you. Fair point.
Yeah, of course. Back then, I didn't really have the money for it, but
Did you get all your money from alchemy?
oh yeah.
Maybe you went into the wrong career, Bob.
I'm giving Quentin a very significant look when I think that our alchemist friend is not watching.
Okay, I catch your eye.
Yeah, this is just something in this story just is not adding up to me.
I don't know. Everybody needs a hobby.
Say, Galbadon, how'd you hear of us?
Oh, that fairly quickly that old Arnada had gotten some adventures to help her out, and so I figured that if you could successfully help her, hey, you might be able to help me out too.
We're very good at what we do.
At some
Now,
point,
from what I know is, I hope you do what a lot of adventurers do. Have a lot of glassware in there that I don't want broken up.
so no disintegrations.
I would appreciate that.
I'll try and avoid Thunderwave if at all possible.
How flammable is your living room?
Well, it's just the workshop area. It's not a living quarters there.
I did create or destroy water in case you needed to use some fire bope.
I have that.
Afterwards.
Fantastic.
Just
But-
in case.
But most of my stuff, if you're worried about it, it doesn't go kaboom type thing.
Well, I feel like
Okay.
for expectation management purposes, we should inform you that sometimes you can't solve a mystery without breaking a few glass vials.
In fact, I have a waiver of liability that I'm going to need you to sign before we can set forth in said
Of course he
premises.
does.
And I proceed to
Just keep in mind that a lot of my potions are in the chest in the workshop. You don't want to destroy that chest.
Right, that's our payday in there, right?
We absolutely do not want to
Exactly,
harm your chest of potions.
that's
I mean,
how I
harm
am-
your chest of
That's
potions.
how I'm going to pay you.
I hear you.
Noted.
So
Got it.
there's no traps, mystical or mundane.
No, I've got the guards there for that.
And
Do I believe him?
It's up to you.
How insightful are you?
He seems pretty upfront on that.
Okay.
Before we get there, at some point, I bring it up in conversation. Say, do you know a Binari Loomspry? And I'd like an insight check to see if his reaction is genuine or not. That's my sister. I got a 12.
ago, I sold a potion to somebody by that name. I'm not sure. I'll check my ledgers and once you clear the workshop for me.
Oh, great. I'd love to see your ledgers. I have nothing
Okay.
further to ask.
You got quite an answer there, didn't you?
Unfortunately, I was somewhat expecting it. A little too good to be true.
So, any theories so far, gang? 5 grown adult armed men disappear upon entering a tower, a keep of some sort.
I think there's something within the layout of the building itself that is arcanely suspect.
Yeah,
But I won't know until I see the scene of the crime.
if the original one survived thousands of years and we've got this thinning of the veils between worlds, then maybe something came through. I'd give that about a 75% chance, 25% chance that this is a trap for me from my family. But that's my ego talking.
Why would this be specific to your family?
Remember
If
his
my sister bought a potion from him a month ago and he's only been open 2 months,
I've just finished the keep about 2 months ago. I've been open for quite a while. I've been working here in the city for about 50, 60 years.
well, either way, a month ago she's here. She's been asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
So when your guards entered the keep and vanished, did you hear any noises, or did they literally just disappear before your very eyes?
No, I was over taking care of my horse, and I came back, and they were gone.
You're certain
I
they'd
called
all
around.
gone inside?
And, what's that?
You're certain they had all gone inside?
Oh, yes. But I called around. They weren't anywhere around.
Door just hanging open?
What's that?
Door just hanging open?
Well, yeah, they're open.
All right, so whatever you did them was quiet. They didn't have any time to call out. 5 of them all at once, relatively speaking.
They may have been transported somewhere,
Yeah, that's a possibility.
or I don't know, atomized.
So how long does it take us to get there? You said, what, 2 or 3 hours away?
Usually within 2 hours.
So this would still be early morning, like 10 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
latest.
Yep, easily.
8 a.m.
And you come up to a keep, and it doesn't look too much like any keep that you've ever seen. It's got a wall around it.
Okay.
Okay, it has no gate, and as you approach it, he explains that he's pretty certain that the originals had a wooden gate at the front, but wood was in kind of short supply on the plains, so it might be wrong. But he's pretty certain that they had a wooden gate. The stones are a golden orangish color, and he explains that these stones are from the plains themselves, and he had paid to bring the stones back and then have them cut exactly like the ones that were in the original. And all you've got is the wall around the center keep area, and he tells you all it is. It's this. It's 6 paces by 6 paces, and it's about 6 paces tall. Although you can't walk up the side of the wall, but it's about 6 paces tall. That's it. They're all empty inside. You've got a doorway in the center of each wall. But once I built it and I established my workshop inside, I found that it keeps the weather out just fine. And so he liked that part, and so he put his workshop in here because, well, quite frankly, it's quieter and it smells better than in the city.
Cities are stinky.
Say, the horse lords, were they the lord of the plains or the plains? You know what I mean?
But
The open ground.
Gotcha. Just checking.
So as soon as we arrived, I was going to start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna do my if skill should fail you, tomorrow's grace may yet grant you success on Quentin, and then also on Bope, myself, and Quentin. Tomorrow knows you have more life left in you yet. Aid, so everyone, all of us, the three of us have +5.
Good job. Thank you.
How much time do we have left on our MU?
Bad day.
About a day and 2 hours.
It's a fair amount.
So tomorrow mid morning. Yeah, all right. That should be good. Yeah, we can. We're lucky we'll get back by lunch.
Don't use the L word.
Time
I
stop?
said that out loud. Sorry about that.
I think someone got time.
Surely this place is strange. The fabric of reality twists everything around you.
I knock on Rinian.
Okay.
It's hollow. Dung,
Just-
dung, dung.
Oh, I can't reach his head.
More like the knee and Renian kicks.
Bope, do you feel the wild magic surging here?
Once I finish detect magic, just let me put this scribble here and this essence of powder of zombie dust there. Oh no, we've lost him.
I'm sure, if we say his name 3 times, we might be able to call him back.
Oh, we lost Renian.
There's no paladin like Rinian. There's no paladin like Rinian. There's no
No
paladin.
paladin like Renian.
And I left my red shoes back at the inn.
Bope just starts spinning in circles.
Yes, you do sense magic there within the keep. It does have a very strong conjuration glow to it.
Okay, like the entire keep is glowing, or there's something within that's grabbing my attention. Or I'll have a better idea once I open the door.
Everything that the walls of the keep itself are not glowing, but everything inside is certainly glowing.
So, like, beyond the threshold of the door?
Yep.
Is the door open?
It's an archway.
Okay.
And again, he explains that he is fairly certain, based off the fact that there are hinges, as you can see, that I've placed here. I'm certain that it had doors, but when I was replicating, no longer had doors on it. So this place does not have doors.
Well, then how do you secure your shop?
That's why I have the guards here.
Is there a guard shack? Do they live out here, or do they just do shifts?
They do shifts, and but I had 5 who went in, and like I said, they're gone.
Oh. Forgive the stupid question. Other than the obvious, is there anything that conjuration magic is used for?
Nope, nothing there. Just conjuring stuff.
mean, is that like what alchemy involves? Is that like conjuration magic to produce potions? That doesn't sound right.
I think transmutation.
Yeah, that would make more sense. So I don't think this is supposed to be here, I guess.
Well, he never mentioned seeing the conjuration effect, so I'm betting he never looked at it with the arcane sight that Bope's using now.
Right, but I don't know what point I'm making. Never mind.
You guys want to do like a dummy court, tie each other together in case something happens when we go in? We can just cut it with a dagger if we need to.
Let's throw like an apple or something in and see what happens.
Take out a carrot and throw it into the archway.
Carrot works.
Okay. Well, you're looking inside, and as soon as the carrot passes through the archway, it's gone.
Hmm.
You can see where the his workshop is in there.
Mm-hmm.
But something's gone wrong with this archway here.
It's gone very wrong.
So, conjurations like summoning things or teleporting, right?
It's my understanding. Is that right, Bope?
Sure.
Well, do we have to go in there? Seems
That's
like we
what-
have to go in there.
Well,
I
maybe.
think we do, but I don't like it.
What if we feed a rope into it and see if it like burns the rope off, or if we could like tie one end here and then
What do you want to tie to the rope?
What's that?
So, what do you want to tie to the rope? Or to
Maybe
throw
a
in?
horse?
Or just the rope itself? Just toss a length of rope in, pull it back out, see what happens?
Yeah, to start with.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
take
get some 50 foot of hempen rope and feed a little bit in and see if it's like sucking the rope in or if we can pull it back out. I didn't hear what you said,
one
Cecil.
more time.
You can pull it back out.
Okay.
And it looks the same, not mangled, corroded, chewed on, or anything like that.
Aged.
He's rolling dice. Look out, folks.
It looks the same.
I'll stick my head in.
Well, no, hold on. Let's try sticking part of a carrot into the doorway and see what happens to it.
My head's through the threshold.
Oh boy, we just lost Quentin.
He can't hear you. Quentin's not here now.
Damn it, we just got done with this bullshit.
With my head stuck into it, I do give a thumbs up behind. Well, it's like a thumbs to the side, and I'm waiting to see, does it go up or down? Do I see?
You're looking at a 30-foot by 30-foot room. You've got an opening in each wall. You can see outside. A little bit of light from the other side. You can see a little bit from the sides, and you don't see a workshop. The ground looks about the same, but you do see 5 bodies in there. They look pretty torn up.
Can I get a medicine check from this distance to see cause of death? Or, general?
Like I said, they look torn up.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
All right, I'm going to withdraw my head from...
Okay.
If it'll let me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm definitely not peering into the workshop that we're looking at right now, and the 5 guards are dead on the inside. Look pretty torn up in a bad way.
Fantastic.
Not like dead looking.
So we're getting almost.
Yeah, you don't see how they could still be alive as torn up as they were.
But we've got a problem. How do we get to our payment? Because the workshop's not on the other side. Are there 4 archways?
Yes.
Okay.
The one that your head went through, and 3 others.
I'm gonna try throwing my face through the next one around clockwise
Do the same thing.
and carrying on to the other 2.
Yep. Again, same thing.
Same place.
I have an
same
idea.
bodies?
Your
We give-
perspective changes. In other words, you're obviously looking in from a different door. But
Let's
it's just go ahead.
give Quentin one end of a rope so we can yank him out. Quentin goes in. He tries to throw something from inside that room out, and we'll see if it comes out on our end. Like maybe he'll come in one portal and he'll throw it towards like another one. So if we see anything flying out, we know that maybe we can get back through. And just maybe these guards didn't have a chance because they were attacked immediately.
Yeah. What if the other location's still on this material plane, but elsewhere in Faerun? Like an actual location.
Could be, right? What did it look like? I mean, you saw the bodies. Was the
It definitely looked like one of these
one of these?
places, but none of the alchemical stuff was there. And there weren't any doors either. It looked very similar, but definitely not the same location. Would that be accurate, Cecil?
You're not sure if it's in the same place or not.
But it didn't look.
The wall out there is high enough to block any trees or anything that you could have seen on the other side. So you look through. There's sky. You stick your head in. It looks like the same sky. You didn't have any clouds over there, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Same relative amount of light, though. Not like winter versus summer.
Yep, same amount of light.
I've heard of conjuration magic used to summon pocket mansions that one could have. Something very limited in space. Is that what it seems like in there?
No, it looks just like it would in there, except the alchemical stuff isn't there. My best guess, it's another one of these locations. He built the replica too good, and it linked up.
Yeah.
That's
But
weird.
did we take a wagon out here? Like probably his wagon, I would assume. No, we just walked out.
Nope. Just walked out. He has a horse, but he figured he would walk with you guys.
Okay. Are there any points where we could tie off a rope? Otherwise, get a piton out and.
Yep.
Okay. Identify 1 or 2 locations to drop a piton in and or tie it off as a good anchor point.
Yeah, there's some posts near the wall that you can use to tie it off. And that gives you about 25, 30 feet of length inside the keep.
Okay.
I'll get you through most of the room.
Yeah, if I go through, I'll be able to duck out one of the archways, right? Maybe.
You might be able to go out the ones to the right or left.
Okay, it sounds like I'm going to need.
Probably won't reach the other side. Because, like I said, it's 30 feet wide, and it's about 25 feet to get into the between the wall and the keep itself.
Okay, so I'm thinking lash together 2 hempen ropes, then give us a 100-foot overall length, 70 foot of working distance.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll contribute my rope for that.
Okay, yeah. Give me a hand here. We'll knot it together, and I'll throw my climbing harness on.
Yeah, whenever you toss anything out, try not to toss sharp things out since we can't see it coming.
Yeah, just like a helmet or something.
Coppers.
A toe, I don't know, whatever's left of those poor fellas.
You'd pick a toe over a helmet?
Helmet can still break your nose that hit you in the face, just saying.
He's not going to be able to toss it that hard.
Well, tell you what I'll do. We got a 3rd rope here.
Taller than
I
I
will
am.
lash up those 5 poor souls, and then try and throw the rope through so you can pull the bodies back.
That's gonna take a lot of time, and just kind of for science purposes, I wanted to see if we'd be able to maybe get back through from that room.
Well, I mean, I can just jump through entirely and jump back, but I can just do a quick noose type loop on a existing rope, put it around their head or feet, and then we can try and pull it back. Use the horse.
Sure. Yep.
If you're in a tight spot, can you give it 2 tugs really quickly? And if you need us to come.
Yes, and 3 tugs means I'm screwed.
Duly noted.
Adventure awaits.
Or
So,
one really long tug.
A really long tug that just shudders and then goes slack, and then we know it's the end.
Renyon, Bope, Dolores, Eldon, if I don't come back, please come after me.
I got
I don't
you
think you ever told me what your preferred funeral arrangements were.
Reincarnation.
I can't
I
do
do
that.
remember that. I do remember that.
Well, I mean, you'd have to seek out a elder type druid folk, or worst case scenario, my family's got me and it's already happening. So. All right, I give you all a jaunty little salute and step through with my rapier in one hand and the other rope ready to be lashed onto the bodies in the other.
welcome back to, at least back from a relatively unscheduled break. Where we last left off was with Quentin having about 100 foot of rope tied around him and jumping into the archway. So, Quentin, just to clarify, I understand you're going through the southern archway or looking first?
No, I already looked. Now I'm leaping.
Okay. Yeah, you leap through the archway. You look back out. You see curious faces looking back at you. You see a trail of rope going out. The curious faces, the rest of them, they are holding your rope and playing it out so that you have enough room and space. But yes, you are in a place with some torn up bodies in there.
Yo, Quentin,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Can I hear him?
No, you cannot. However, you did see that Pope was apparently trying to say something to you.
I have a little scrap piece of paper. I'll write "can't hear you" on it and then crumple it up and throw it through.
Okay.
I'll pick that up and go.
It
Well,
it doesn't arrive.
Oh, shit.
It disappeared as it went through.
Okay, well, I've already stepped through. I don't know if I can go back,
Yeah,
but I've got a mission to do, and that mission is corpse retrieval. So the other rope that I have with the loops on it, I'm going to go put a loop around each ankle on one of the, I assume there's the 5 dead bodies.
Okay.
Tighten that loop tight, and then go back to the archway that I came through.
Okay.
And try to step through myself, holding the other rope.
Oh no.
Okay.
He's gonna get stranded.
Suspense is killing me.
You step through. You're in a 30 by 30 room. Apparently, you've just come through the northern archway. You see a red frog-like thing look up at you. And when I say red frog-like thing, it is humanoid and it is big.
I pull on that rope twice and then pull some more.
Okay, everyone else,
We
he
start
is
yanking.
pulling.
I believe that means
Quickly,
start
that's the
yanking.
signal. After him. Oh, I thought it meant.
Yeah,
go
we don't know that we can't return. Sure, yeah. Tally ho.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't say it out loud. I thought I was. The plan was to go.
Thought Two Tugs was pulling back.
Uh-oh. I think we just lost Bope now.
Should help.
Oh,
Oh.
there he is.
Oh,
Am I here?
sir. Hope is here.
We should save him, and I run through the door.
Well, I can't let Bope go off by himself.
Hell. Yes. All right.
Gotta follow the gnome.
Yes, into that fray we go. Once more into the breach.
Dear Fred.
Okay. You four charge into a room that it looks about the same, but the contents are different. You have a rope that you're following that leads through the southern archway, which is the one you just came through. But you look back out there, and you may see the tail end of the rope that you brought with you.
Or we just continue to follow the rope.
And
that's
the other rope there has several dead bodies attached to it, and they're kind of dragged semi-close to the archway.
Continue.
You see an archway to the right, to the left, and in the center of the walls, and directly across from you in the center of the wall.
Whoa.
But like I said,
This is
the
trippy.
rope where your friend is goes back the way you came.
That's where I go.
I guess we keep following the rope.
Yeah, about face.
Quentin, we're coming.
Which I don't know how that's
Maybe.
possible. We're following a rope that we walked in with, and yet somehow the rope goes back the way we came.
You're going to go cross-eyed if you think about it.
This is some magic bullshit.
It's like a
We
Mobius
probably
strip.
stopped for half a beat and then ran through.
Yeah.
This is
Everybody
a drunk
stops,
wizard thing, I'm sure.
uncross your eyes and continue.
Okay?
It's always drunk wizards.
And you head back to the south there, and you go through the door or the archway. You are back in a 30-foot by 30-foot room. Most of it looks the same as the one that you were just in, except for this one has a Quentin in it.
Yay, we're
And-
looking for a
I wanna
And
know
he
what-
is, as you come in, you see him yanking on the rope. There is a big humanoid red frog-like thing that is approaching Quentin and now approaching you as well. And it looks like you guys came from into this room from the northern archway.
Fun.
Oh, you're talking, not biting and attacking. What are you guys doing here? I was
saving you,
Two-Tug.
according to Bob.
Two tugs.
I was right. Dang it. I knew we were just supposed to pull the rope.
That was a panic. That was
You
the
just
panic
followed-
signal.
You
Followed
did good,
Bo.
Bo.
He ran in.
You did good.
I look at the frog. What's your name?
And it's just approaching you with big, nasty-looking claws. And when I say it's a large thing, it's about at least 4, maybe even 6 times bigger than Bope.
Well,
And
that's
about a good twice as big as Rinian over there.
I activate my ring.
good call.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
At least this wasn't to save.
I got a 19.
Nice.
Got an
I
8.
got modified 20.
Okay, Bope.
Natural 20. Feels
That's
feels a little wasted.
Fast wizard is nice.
Fastest wizard in the
Dolores.
West. 8. Respectable cleric.
Eldon.
18.
Quentin.
19.
And Rinian, you said 20-something?
Modified 20.
Okay. So that means you're probably the fast 20.
What do you mean?
No, he means he got a dirty 20. He didn't get a natural.
Right, but
Bope rolled a natural.
I don't think Bope had any pluses to his.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pope
I
has,
do.
Yeah, Pope has Dex.
Yeah, I got Dex.
Oh, okay. So Bope is the fast 20.
Yeah.
Looks like a 24 or something. 23.
23.
Okay. So, Bo, what are you doing? This big old huge
Yeah. I
thing
assume
is
we're all
coming.
like,
It does not look friendly.
and we're all like Scooby-Dooed in one square, just like everyone's smashed up against each other.
Yeah, you're pretty close. I was more generous than putting you all into one square.
I'm going to peek out. I guess the only thing between me and the monster is Quentin, so I'll peek out from one side and just shoot some magic missiles. Level 1. Pew, pew, pew. And then, is there room for me to maneuver at all in the room around?
Yeah, it's 30 feet wide. It's about 30 feet deep.
Sorry, I meant without invoking an attack of opportunity. How
Yes, it hasn't closed far enough with you. Now, if it has reach, then
I did 10 force damage with my magic missiles, and then I will just scoot. So I'll take from your implication that I'm 10 feet away from it. Can I just maintain 10 feet? I will maintain 10 feet and go as far around clockwise or whatever that I can.
Okay. We'll have you going clockwise then. You can make it over to the other archway that heads out to the left.
Okay. I'm staying within 10 feet of it, though.
Or 10 feet away from it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Renyon. It's about 10 feet away from you.
So the easy answer is step in and intersperse myself between the rest of the team and the creature. And draw sword and it's a free action and swipe at the monstrosity.
Okay.
Wait.
Hmm?
Nothing.
I probably a 13 is not going to hit.
A 13 is not going to hit it. Quentin.
I will move up and attack with my rapier, darting in next to Renyon.
Okay.
13 to hit as well, so does not look good. I will use my bonus action to point out a weakness in its defenses to give Eldon advantage on the next attack.
Okay. Eldon.
Okay. I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sort of squeeze past Renyon and use my little halfling nimbleness thing and literally slide under this critter's legs and get behind him. I'm gonna use my bonus action to put my hawk spirit totem up in the air above us. So the base thing it does is it gives everybody advantage on perception checks, but I'm not worried about that. What's going to let me do as a reaction later is also give advantage to attacks. All right, so we're going to double up on that.
Okay. I'm going to put you beside it because you can't quite get to the other side because there's a wall there.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So I got Quentin on one side of me and Eldon on the other side of me.
Correct. And Eldon is kind of off to the front. So you're covering, you and Quentin are covering the front of it. And Eldon is starting to form the right-hand side. So
And then both
You're kind of corralling it into a corner.
Ope and Delirious are behind.
Yes.
And I'll give him a whack with my staff.
Okay.
That's a miss, though, because that's like a 9.
With advantage?
Oh, well, right, advantage.
Huzzah.
That's a 10. I rolled a 4 and a 5. Wow. Tragic.
With your shillelagh plus... Oh, it doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't cast shillelagh, so it was just the staff, the base shillelagh.
Yes, this is a wonderful way to start combat.
Whose turn was it to make the offering, the chocolate offering to the dice gods?
It's your turn now.
Exactly.
Is it actually my turn now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Holding out an imposing hand, Dolores points at the frog creature and says, "Tomorrow withdraws her blessing." And a bell toll echoes through the room. That would be a DC 14 will save, please.
You get the impression that it is particularly resistant. But you still manage to break through and do the damage.
I was not expecting that. It has not taken damage, correct?
It has.
It has.
It has.
Oh, yeah. Magic missile.
Can't miss.
Right, give me 2. I have to get my... Can someone roll a d12 for me before I slow us down by getting mine?
I got
6. One. Well,
6.
Who has it? I'm sorry. What are my choices?
6.
6. Okay, great. That's great. So he takes 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toll the dead. Yeah.
Does it actually sound like you rung his bell?
Well, it says there actually is like a bell sound when you cast it. So.
Dong.
Lost that D12 all the way across the room. Man.
Thought maybe she was going to get a bell.
No, I went to go get a D12.
Quentin, he is coming after you.
I didn't even hit him.
I will use my reaction to give him disadvantage on his first attack. As I go to divert its attack with my shield.
Okay. Yeah. None of the folks who actually charged up next to it hit him. So. Oh. Well, Quentin, that disadvantage saved you from a crit.
I don't have
Thank you, Shield Master. Thank you.
That's what it's there for.
However, pretty sure he still hit. Or
can't roll 2d6.
Okay, 6 points of damage from the bite.
Okay. Goodbye, aid.
And he's hitting you with his claws. Only once, though. For another 10 points.
Ugh.
That was a bite and 2 claws?
Correct.
Okay.
It's a lot of
and boom. Back to you.
Okay. Okay. Think time to put away such childish things as the magic missile and throw 3 scorching rays at its backside. It does a 13 hit.
Nope.
How about a 15?
Something that back. 15 hits.
Okay. So 2 of them hit. So it's gonna be 46.
6 damage.
Ha! Ooh, I rolled really well. So it's 12 plus 5, 17, 20 damage. 20 points of fire damage.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Solid.
Burn, burn.
Burn,
Too much.
baby, burn.
Too much
Yeah,
burning.
He still has his reaction, right? Okay.
Who, Bope? Bope still has a reaction. Just started this round.
Okay. All right, that's my turn.
Renyan.
You've got advantage.
Okay. Again, I will attempt to put my sword into it. With the advantage, I will hit probably with a 22.
Oh, definitely.
So that'll be max damage 12. Pierce. Slashing magical damage.
And Quentin.
Does the bird give me advantage?
Not this time. I can only do it on my reaction. Sorry.
Okay. In that case, I will go for another rapier attack, trying to slip in past his defenses. Yeah, 12 to hit. So I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and move out of his claw radius. Back corner, probably, I guess, back by boat, maybe. Not sure the exact battlefield layout.
Back corner. Good enough. Eldon.
Okay, I'm gonna use my action this turn to wild shape into a wolf,
Okay.
Nice.
and I growl menacingly. That's
A pack hunter.
wild shape was my action. So
Looks very dashing with the hat.
Delirious.
a woo.
So, with that knowledge that for some reason this frog creature is wiser than the average bear, I go back to the classic tomorrow's rage burns you. It's a DC 14 dex save, please.
Okay. He did make the save.
Okay.
And again, you got the impression that it was more adept at resisting magic than most things that you've seen.
Okay. That was my action.
Do you want even or odd?
I will take even.
Okay. Even he comes after you. Odd he goes after Eldon. Oh, coming after Renyan.
There's something to be said about going about other people. It's also good to come after me.
It's kind of what you're built for.
It snaps at you and misses. It at you and misses. And it claws again, and this one hits.
Hey. Oh.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
I'll take it.
Don't look a gift frog in the mouth. It's gross down there.
For 8 points of damage.
Ribbit.
Ow. He'll absorb the hit and roll into his next attack.
And oh,
It's back to me.
yes, it's back to you.
Okay. Is it looking damaged? Anything? Bleeding?
You know, strange that you mentioned that. It's looking like it has gotten a little bit better. It still looks damaged, but it doesn't look as damaged as it used to be.
Does it seem like the fire damage dealt as much as I would expect?
Probably not.
Bastard. Um. Well, I don't really have anything else. So let's. Let's. All right, now I'll just throw another scorching ray. At advantage? No. Okay.
Does it? Would it give it advantage to all 3 attacks? Is that's
It's one spell, right? All right. Oh, none of them hit.
oof.
Yep. All right, that's my turn.
Hope is shaken.
Yeah.
Uh,
Renyon.
last verse, same as the first. Continuing to strike down. Ooh, yeah. And 11's not going to do it, though.
Quentin.
Take advantage this time, Quinn.
Ooh, nice. I'm throwing a dagger at it, or actually a dart that I drop my pocket. Okay, that's much better. That's a 21 to hit.
Definitely hit.
For 14 piercing damage from the dart.
Okay.
And then,
Caught him right in the ankle.
yeah.
Right in that weak spot.
Sneak attack with the dart. With the dart.
Is the frog's name Achilles?
No,
Dang.
it's really not.
And then I will bonus action help Renyon on his next attack.
Okay.
Yes, I know where to hit it.
Eldon.
All right. I'm gonna give him a bite as a wolf.
He's gonna taste terrible.
Probably gonna be super gross. But I got pack tactics, so that means I've got advantage because Renyon's right there.
Yep.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
Oh woo.
A woo. That is a 21 to hit.
Definitely hit.
Can't hear you.
Right. Button. 9 points of piercing damage. There we go.
Okay.
And he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Woohoo!
Nice. Ah, not magic. Take
Okay.
that.
That's right. DC 11.
Delirious. He's still standing.
Okay.
All right. Drop the shield, pull up the crossbow, crank, crank, crank. I hate having to use this thing. It's so inelegant. Oh shit. That's a 22 to hit. Get Kala to help.
Uh,
Hey!
Your luck doesn't just turn the tables; you flip the tables.
Turns
Got
out
it.
manually.
Hey. And we're back. Okay.
We're not back.
Not quite yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Getting back. Okay.
Oh, they can hear
they can
us.
hear
Okay,
us.
they can hear us.
Okay. For those of you who are not aware, Dolores did hit, and unfortunately, she only did 3 points of damage to the creature. So it is still there and going relatively strong.
That's a palpable hit.
Drew blood. Good job.
It's 9 damage I've done to him in 3 rounds.
Okay.
I'm not.
It
No.
it looks like it starts feeling a little bit better. You see, some of the cuts and everything that you made on it kind of close up and heal. However, not all of them.
Yeah, we just gotta damage him faster.
And this time, it's coming after the wolf.
after who?
The
A woo.
wolf.
Okay.
The awoo.
As is tradition, the first attack is disadvantaged.
Okay. So, does the bite get him? I don't think so. Take it, a 12 misses.
Yep, just barely.
Okay. And for claws. I think the claws hit if the bite just barely missed.
All but guaranteed.
So that's 16 damage.
And I'm Eldon again. Hi, folks. How
Well, I know what I'm doing next turn.
I didn't take that much because the wolf took most of it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, we're back at you again.
Okay. Let's. Did it seem like the magic missiles also dealt less damage than they should have?
No, they look like they hit with a full force.
Okay, let's switch back to that.
Yeah, that's how
Back
force
to
damage goes.
such childish games. Magic missiles level 1 deals. That's fine. 11 points of force damage.
Woohoo!
Pop, 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 pop.
Pop, pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Renyon.
Taking Quentin's advice from but a few seconds ago, I will aim my attack at the vulnerable location pointed out.
Okay.
Haha. Yes, and there it is. Got that 20.
Nice.
Yes! Yes! Crush him!
Let's see. That's the physical damage. Then the smite damage is 2 plus, so 4 of those. Okay. So first the physical damage, which is a nice solid 14 physical magical damage. And then for the let's see. and then a 23 radiant damage as I try to blot out that red with some of my green. We go below, right into that critical spot that was pointed out by Quentin, but moments before.
Finish him.
Okay. Quentin, it is still up and moving.
My
Give it-
God,
Take advantage.
I most certainly will. And I draw yet another mighty dart, looking for a new weak spot. 19 to hit.
Yep. Ooh. Ooh. The crook of the elbow.
For 8 total damage, sadly.
It's weak at the joints.
And then I will aid Renyan as well. Hit him in the same spot. Advantage in the next attack.
Eldon.
All right. Can I? He's like in a corner, right? That's what's going on. We got him backed up.
Yes. He's got to either go through you or
Or Renyan to get away.
Renyan to get out.
So I could safely thunder wave him into the wall without hitting Renyan.
How wide is your thunder wave?
15-foot cube away from me.
It would be hard.
Because what, Renyan and I are on opposite sides of him? Is that what it is?
Now you're not on opposite sides, but you've only got about 10 foot of space between you and the wall.
I mean, if I make some noise, I mean, I'm fine with that. You know, I just don't want to like blast Renyan.
Yeah.
You got a shield. You can take it.
It's likely that either you or Renyan would take some blowback from the wall, probably.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
Because you're that close
Ant
to the corner there.
yeah.
If you
Okay.
get hit.
I'll do bonus action shillelagh, full shillelagh, and I'll just give him a whack.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh
Give him the full shillelagh.
for a
That's what the
disappointing
kids are calling
for a
it.
disappointing 9
9 to hit or 9 damage?
to hit. Tragically.
A Destiny, Jesus.
Delirious.
Crank up the crossbow again. That misses.
Renyan, coming back after you.
Aha. Once more, seeing if I can follow.
No,
that-
it is coming after you.
Oh, it's well. That's good because it's probably sucked.
Well, now that you said that,
The bite did, but the claws look pretty good. For a total of 19 damage.
A solid strike.
a hit, a palpable hit.
Renyan almost buckles, but not quite there yet.
Oh,
Okay. Gonna try. I mean, okay. So it seemed like it was resistant to the scorching rays, but not so much the magic missile.
that's a way to describe it.
Okay. Then we do another magic missile. That's
Magic those missiles.
we're doing 1 more point each time. I'm eking out 12 points of force damage.
Counts?
Yeah. All right.
Balls.
I'm gonna come slap a heal spell on Renyan.
Magic missiles up the butt.
Thank you, Dobbs.
Tomorrow grants you the strength to carry on the fight.
Well, who's up next?
Rinian.
This thing's been regenerating. We need to make sure it doesn't
Oh
get
shit,
back
you're
up.
right. I don't do that yet then. I do that on my turn.
Renian?
Okay, so sword into brain pan.
Okay.
Remove the head.
It's the only way to be sure.
Does it have a head?
It's a frog. Frogs have heads.
Yes.
Just no
It,
neck.
it's got a head. Doesn't have much of a neck, but it's got a head.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be hacking for a while.
You might be. Okay. It's not trying to get away.
There you go.
Hey, we got time.
Easy
Yeah,
target.
and it's you notice it's not getting any better either.
I think we have done enough.
Mm.
Neat.
Renian, take 14 back.
Ah, bless you.
And
I'm down 11. It bit me pretty good
yeah,
earlier.
yeah. Okay. And I'll throw one at Quentin as well. Tomorrow grants you the strength to carry on the fight. You get 8 back.
Renan, you're still bleeding pretty heavy, right?
Oh, I'm looking, pretty hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a cure wounds as well. I'm gonna give you a hand. Okay, it wasn't that great, but 5 more just to help you out a little.
Nice.
That hawk spirit, amazing.
It was a what?
It was a hawk
Oh,
spirit.
the hawk. Right. Yes.
And give a little whistle, which I can't do right now apparently, and call the bird down, let it rest on my arm for a second. I'll give it a little pet, and then
Can I touch your bird?
well, you would, but it's probably been about a minute, and it kind of just
Off into the sunset.
So 2 tugs. Huh?
look a little
2 tugs.
sad for a second.
Majestic.
Oh,
Did he give it a name?
It does have a name.
But you cannot be spoken with a mammal tongue,
so
I assume.
He had a name.
while they're all flocking over the falcon, or the hawk, I will take a look around the room.
I think we found the murderer.
Perhaps.
I think you're right.
Do you still have the bodies attached to you?
Well, I looped the rope around him, and did it come through with me? The other end of the rope to the other bodies? Can we go back the way we came?
You want to turn around and go out the north exit?
Well, that's the thing. Like, so I went through the south and popped in here, and I'm guessing you did the same. So hopefully our rope
Mhm.
still leads back out.
Yeah, it does appear that these might not be. Perhaps if you connected them to if we follow the rope, yeah, I guess if we just pull the rope in, it'll pull them this way.
But
Hang on.
we're going one deeper into the nested dolls.
Yeah, before we start like moving around whatnot through doorways, let's take a look at the room we're in. Maybe there's some like sigils or whatnot, something.
Some clue.
I rolled a 17 for investigation with my detect magic up. Do I notice anything special about this place? Do I find anything interesting?
You're looking around. Nothing with the detect magic. The whole place is kind of glowing very, very strongly of conjuration.
Okay.
You do find some smaller stones over here. In fact, you have to move the big red thing off of it. But where you would find a single stone, and you've got 4 little ones right there. And it's kind of unique because all the other flooring is like 6-inch square stones, cobbles on the floor. This one has 4 little 3-inchers.
Renyon, give me a hand. Let's push this guy away. I'm just
Lift the body up off of.
does it seem like there's anything magical emanating from the stones?
Nothing magical emanating from it other than the same amount of magic that's everywhere else.
Okay. Any runes? Anything to decipher?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's 23.
Nice.
The cracks in that stone does look like it takes the shape of a mystical symbol, but you know it's not enough to power anything on its own.
Can I cast Identify on it? Would that tell me what it's for?
If you've got 10 minutes to wait here, or do you have the spell,
No, I'd have to.
or do you want to cast the spell itself or a ritual?
It would have to be a ritual. Well, there's a rune on the floor here. I'm not sure what it does. Maybe it's the source of this magic, or maybe
You know
it's with something somebody drew when they were bored.
Is it in a language?
It's just a rune.
Nope.
Drunk wizards.
No.
I'll sketch what the rune is.
Right.
Okay.
Perhaps he too faithfully recreated.
That's what I was
I think
thinking.
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. All these dang towers are connected somehow.
So I have a suggestion. We were hired to find out what killed the guards, right?
Yeah.
I suggest, if possible, Bo reduce the size of this guy. We drag him back to the other room, and then we work on getting back to where we're at. And if we got time, we come back and explore further.
But what
Yeah.
if we go back through that passage right there and doesn't take us back to the room we just came in?
Yeah, there's no guarantee. In
Like-
fact, I would say it's almost guaranteed that it won't take us back to that room.
I don't
With
know.
our luck.
I mean, first time you tried to go through a door you came through, did you end up where you wanted to go?
No?
It's not where he wanted to
Man.
go. It's where he was needed to go.
Does the I'm
Quit
sorry,
being
does
all
the-
zen.
So, 10 minutes for Bope to do his thing?
Unless we have anywhere more pressing to be.
No.
No.
I want to take a look at this big red toad thing.
Okay.
All right.
See if I can figure out where it came from or its origins at all.
How's it subsisting in here?
Give me
I think
a
it's worth it. Sorry.
Arcana check.
Arcana. Ooh, oh, I'm great at that.
I think that was sarcasm. It may be worth it to peek our faces in the 4 portals.
Rolled an 18 for Arcana.
It's not terrible.
Heard something about
I have a rare, insightful magical.
things like this. Yeah. These frog-like things. You know that they're little about your size. They might be tongues or something like that. But big ones like this, those are everywhere. Those are likely to be slod.
Would I
Little
understand,
nasty things too.
would I understand where Slod come from?
Nope, you don't know them that well.
Just heard
Just
a
Big
name.
nasty things.
Giant nasty frogs. called Slod. All right.
Yep. You know they come in colors.
Yeah. Obviously, this is a red one. Yep. I'll share that with my crew here. Like, I think
You've
this,
also heard of blue and green ones.
I think this is a Slod. Don't ask me where they're from. I don't reckon where they're from, but
It means nothing to me.
they this obviously is a red one. There's other kinds though. I think there's like blues and greens too.
Was it wearing pants or is it all just like frog in the buff?
Just
It's frog in the buff.
living free. Gotcha.
While Bobe's doing his 10-minute ritual casting, I'm just going to look over the body, look for any brands, tattoos, any type of markings.
Nothing there.
Okay.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
That would be a 17.
You see something kind of unique about the claws, though.
Really?
The claws seem to have little missing pieces or something like a bead that would have been in them at the end.
Like the pointy part broke off?
That not necessarily broke off. There is a divot on the underside of it.
Oh,
That
so snake fang injection, maybe?
yeah, or like something missing from it.
Is that on all of the claws?
Yeah. Once I
Yep.
notice that, I'll bring it to the attention of everyone else not actively working, and I'm going to get out something to cut the hand off with, taking it with me.
Okay.
Randy, you took a few claws. I didn't take any claw attacks in my halfling form. I did in my wolf form though. Like,
So
there any bits and pieces we can try and look for?
Was I clawed or bitten? I don't even remember at this point.
you were
You were clawed.
Okay.
you were bit
No, the
because
bite
you
missed.
didn't.
Right?
No, the bite hit because he didn't get critted.
Sometime in the fight, he also received one claw.
Yeah, the first battle I got hit on both. Okay.
Right.
You may want to like take off your armor and kind of shake it out, see if anything falls.
Well, check the scratch marks probably first.
Or it may have come off on the guards. Oh, God.
I say the magic word, and my studded leather armor pops off instead of taking a minute. I am.
Okay.
Is it your safe word?
That's his unsafe word.
That word is never uttered in the midst of combat.
So yes, we'll look at his wounds.
Okay.
Quentin's got some tattoos that indicate he saw a little bit of combat service during the War of the Silver Marches.
Eldon would not know what that means. But all right.
To be expected. To be expected.
And Quentin,
Yes.
go ahead and give me a Constitution save, please.
17.
Okay.
And I've been healed up from my initial damage. I'm at 3 down from my max hit points right now.
Quentin's looking pretty good.
You said you got hit. I'll look at my own.
Yeah, so there was some bleed over though. I got hit in the wolf form, but it knocked me right out. I did take some damage. I think I do still have some wounds. I'm not at full hit points right now.
Hey, remember?
Eldon,
Is there?
I need 2 Constitution saves from you, please.
Fantastic.
was a 13 and a 6.
Okay.
Remember those spiders we fought in the Reaching Woods? Milked them for venom? I'm going to get my poison kit out. Give me a moment here. I'm going to try and milk the other claw still attached to the body.
Okay.
See if it gives anything up. Normally it's a survival check, like a DC 20 to milk for venom.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Good, but not enough. 18.
Okay. Oh, you get something out. It's really small and it's like a tiny dead worm.
Oh, God.
Ranyan, we need to check your wounds still there, bud.
You guys haven't been taking your heartworm medication?
What?
We had
what
a
worm?
discussion about this.
Quick thought here. Our employer, how long ago did he say the guards disappeared?
Really recent, right?
Like
Yeah.
a day or two? Day?
Yep.
Day, maybe.
And what killed them?
Well, we're assuming that thing did.
Uh,
He didn't see.
it looked
Yeah.
like they were torn apart, but as you look at them, or I guess if you go back to them, or did you drag them into the room with you?
No, they were still in the other room.
We could drag
Okay.
them, though.
Well, I guess what I'm
Yeah,
getting
it looked like they had been cut apart.
if this thing killed them, maybe whatever this is in them.
Yeah, no, that was my thought. Is Eldon starting to feel unwell at all?
I don't know.
I know, that's why I asked out loud.
How many fingers am I holding up?
2, 3.
So,
Okay.
do we think that he's been infected? Well, wouldn't you as well, then?
I think I feel fine right now.
I feel perfectly all right.
Because I mean, honestly, I'm not sure you'd be able to like feel yourself making a con save, right? But I
No.
don't want to be
No, I
that
don't think you
player.
would. No.
Why don't
I
we
mean,
ask for the seer when we get back?
It's a good call. I mean, I don't feel froggy or red or anything right now, so call that a good sign. Or
Randy,
any
you
other
need
color besides
This
my
is
usual.
a disaster
do you have an
somehow.
extra vial on you?
Do I have any what?
Extra vial?
Yeah. I reach into my alchemical kit and pull out a vial.
Okay. And I try and transfer the little worm thing into it from the mortar and pestle.
Well, if anyone starts to feel unwell, let me know.
Bob, how's it going?
He's just talking to himself, muttering cane words,
Huh. I wonder if he's still remembers what he's doing.
oblivious.
I'm always afraid to ask. Like it seems rude, but
Don't really want to interrupt him.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
you're
I have
your
it.
10
I
minutes.
have it.
Yes.
Part of a switch.
Switch.
Okay. There's another one somewhere. Look for another one. I just start like looking around. Dancing globes, lighting up the room.
Okay.
Spotlights everywhere. Yeah. Start looking
Okay.
around. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, no guarantee that it's in here, right?
I mean, could be in another room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would this be easy?
Oh, is there? So is it something that I can toggle?
How many toggles in
No,
Toto?
How many states?
It's a living presence on it when it goes off.
I'm sorry. There's a living presence on it.
for it to go off, it needs a living presence to be standing on it.
Okay.
Mm.
So I
Mr.
don't know
Peppers?
if we. Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, that's one option.
I don't know if we want to do that to Mr. Peppers.
Well, I think it's time for some science. We should go through a doorway.
She blinded me with science.
I would say back through the one we came through. Look, I'll peek through it.
It would probably give us.
Yeah,
the
let's
most
peek through
information.
all the portals before we do anything and see if any of them leads
Ooh,
to
Great
place
idea.
we were before.
I go to the opposite one as Quentin.
Okay.
So I
Are
guess
you all going to peek at the same time, or are you going to take turns?
I think the same time.
You know,
One,
I
two, three.
I like the idea of drawing all the nasties simultaneously to the party.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, nothing. I didn't say anything.
That's not nice.
He's the DM. His job is to be mean.
You are not a nice man.
He's a bad man. Driving me to drink.
You're not there yet already?
Okay, I
Am I
think
the only
I
one
think
with a bottle of tequila in my house?
I think Quentin was the first person to say he was going to peek.
You want to
Okay.
hide check for me, or a stealth check, rather?
Quentin is looking back through the one that he came through. Okay, and so go ahead and give me your stealth check if you're trying to do it stealthily.
22.
Okay, you see a rope trailing kind of in and out right there at your feet. You see your 5 dead bodies in the room. And that's about it. Then you see the other exits.
Excellent. I'll move back silently like a shadow.
Okay.
Same room, guys. 5 bodies. I think we can
I
go.
think it's where we go.
Yeah, we should just go back through, right?
We should
Okay.
peek through the
Oh,
other
Well,
side.
we
You had
don't-
gone to the other side?
Mm-hmm.
You see 3 men in there. 2 of them look like they have been cut down. One of them is tying a bandage on his arm. He has chainmail armor and a shield and a greatsword.
Okay, does he see me? And when you say cut down, you mean 2 people on the ground, like dead?
Dead, yes.
Okay.
Now, when I say he has his chainmail armor, it is, it's a mix of chainmail and leather, and it is a unique set. The other guys look like they also have the same sort of armor on, but you don't recognize it.
Okay, but
Obviously, a uniform or a culture type of thing.
but it was of similar type, so they could have been together.
Yes.
Okay. Does he see me?
He did not see you.
Okay, I'm pulling back out and describing
Okay.
it to the group.
Quick question.
Yes.
Someone had the foresight to ask which weapons the 5 guards had. So one of the leader had a greatsword. Did any of the 5 bodies we already saw have a greatsword?
You think so?
Or a scimitar.
Right, one
Yeah,
has
you-
scimitar.
Mhm.
All right. I guess I was a bit far fetched.
No, that was a good thought. So, it's hard to tell what's linked here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dolores, do you want to hit whoever's peeking next with your blessing of stealth?
I guess that'll be
Why?
me.
Why are we continuing to look when we already know which room we want to go back into?
I think
Because
the
we
thing
could
is
walk
that
through it and
well, the
who
other
knows
thing
what-
is that we know that the entrance in which we came into the first room is not the same exit to get out of that first room
Yeah.
back
Yeah,
the way we
okay.
came. So checking every direction, perhaps
Yeah.
one will lead
All right.
out.
Who's looking next? All right, Eldon. And Dolaris, thinking that maybe the reason why her luck has been so abysmal is because she's not giving the blessing of the trickster with the proper gravity, kind of squares her shoulders, puts her hand on Eldon's shoulder as much as she can.
I close my eyes.
Should skill fail you, Tamora's grace may yet keep you hidden.
Ooh, I got chills.
Maybe
I
that's
feel
what I'm
sneaky.
saying. Feels what?
I feel sneaky. I do. All right.
I hear a
So,
voice. I don't see it.
Where'd Eldon go?
That's it. That's advantage on a stealth check.
Yes.
All right. So I will go to the west door to peek through,
Okay.
and that is a 15 on my stealth check.
15, huh?
Indeed. Don't make me lose my hat.
Okay.
Move Indiana Jones it.
When you go after your hat.
You stealthily poke your face through enough to get your eyes in there, and you see it looks kind of like the same type of creature, but this one's about the size of Dolaris, and it's gray. And it's kind of sniffing around one of the other doorways. And as you're pulling back, you could swear that it looked over at you.
What'd you
Shit,
see?
Shit, oh shit, oh shit. There was a gray one. I don't know, like that thing, but smaller and gray. I don't.
Let's
We gotta go.
we checked all now, right? All the
Except the
things.
east.
You
I
have
bet
not
the
checked the
treasure's to the
eastern
east.
one.
Oh. All right, let's check that really quick before this gray one gets curious.
I don't. It weird vibe. I don't like it. I don't know.
I don't like any of this.
You think it's like some type of adolescent?
I don't know. It's gray, but it was sniffing around.
Can we please pull those bodies in here so that we can check them?
Well,
That's the only way we know which room is that's supposed that we want, though. That we
Let's-
know is closer
Yeah,
to where we want to go.
Let's check the bodies back in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't have to bring all of them. Just pull
I'm
one.
gonna go into the other room where the bodies are.
I'll follow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I want to get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay. Go back to the bodies. Everyone goes back to the first room.
Sure.
Right.
Okay. Okay, you're back there with the bodies.
Is there any switch like the one I found in the other room?
Give me a perception check.
I'll assist you for advantage.
Okay, that was
let's
helpful
find it.
because I rolled a 1. Ooh, much better. That is a 19.
All the stones in this room seem to be 6 inches by 6 inches. So this room does not seem to have one of those switches in it.
Perhaps the switch is some type of transport.
I'd be curious to see if the rooms looked the same with something living on the switch, but I don't know if it's worth. Actually, do we know how to get out of here?
No.
Well, there's nothing
Not
living
yet.
on the Switch now, right? There was before. That big red
Right.
thing was on it, the slide. When we came through, it was on the Switch, but now it's not living. It's dead.
It was
So
over the Switch. I don't know if it was on the Switch.
We could always try tugging on the rope again, see if we can get the employer out there to give a hand.
Anyways,
I don't trust that guy.
So these bodies, what do they look like? Now that we were like looking at them up close.
Be a medicine check.
Medicine's a thing.
they're very dead.
Hey, rolled a 19, so 21.
In your estimation, they were killed by something with claws.
From the
After they were dead, or at the very least, they were wounded with something with claws. But after they were dead, they were cut apart with with blades. You're not sure if they were killed with the blade or not. Kind of hard to tell there because it was relatively soon after they were dead that someone hit them with the blades.
I've got the red slod's hand in the satchel for comparison to see if the claw matches.
Yes, the claws match.
same one, perhaps. Then
Chances are.
where'd the younger one come from?
Oh, but Bope said he saw somebody with a blade in another room, right?
3 somebodies, right?
Well,
Maybe they're
one and some
cleaning up.
change.
And yes, you're in. Their weapons are still there. 3 long swords, a scimitar, and a great sword.
Is it time to do a little more reconnaissance? Start peeking?
Yeah.
We need to get home.
I don't want to. We did our job. I don't really want to be in here.
And we can always come back if adventure is calling.
You just, turn this
Well,
off.
we
and
don't know
back.
how to get out, so that is too quickly to say we can always come back.
Well, what happens if I peek back through the south portal again? Does it point to outside?
You peek through the south portal. Give me your stealth check, because I assume you're doing it stealthily.
Yeah. That would only be an 11 since I wasn't blessed with it again.
You see the body of the red thing in there, and you see the gray one that's in there, and it's kind of poking around over near the body. And as you look in, it whips its head around. You know you've been seen,
Shit.
and it starts in your direction.
Shit.
I whip my head back and yell to the group, gray slot incoming?
I run to the
Okay,
opposite.
and at that point, I think that's a good cliffhanger to sit here and say, thank you for joining us, and we will see you in 2 weeks as the party figures out how to escape the Tesseract. Thank you for joining us, and tomorrow, I believe, is Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction.
Yeah.
Could be.
So, see you later.
Bye.
Can't wait.
Say a little prayer for us.
Somebody needs to.